This video is going to show you how to create peacock inspired nail art using shellac. So I have a nail that has been coated twice in black pool and cured, and now I am going to take some negligee and I'm going to begin dabbing negligee on the nail, leaving a half moon area of black pool showing at the base of the nail. I want to really dab and drag the shellac on so I don't get it too thick. Once I've done that, I'm going to next take my iced cappuccino and do the same thing, but I'm going to move further down the nail towards the free edge. And with my iced cappuccino, I'm going to try and make it really thin, otherwise it overpowers the other colors. I also want to leave a small margin of black pool in between my negligee and my iced cappuccino. And just make that really thin. Next, I'm going to take some purple, move down the nail a little further, and repeat the process. I like a lot of purple to show in my final product, so I make the purple band a little bit wider than my other two. And my final color is going to be Hotski to Totski. And I'm going to dab that on in the same way down towards my free edge. So you have something that looks like this. These don't have to be put on neatly because you're going to feather them all together. So as long as you kind of get the half moon shape, they don't have to look very neat at this point. Next, before I cure, I have a hands down pad that I've soaked in isopropyl alcohol. And I'm going to take a synthetic hair nail art brush, clean it off real good with that alcohol. Then I'm going to come in here and start up here in the corner next to zone 3 and just gently swipe my brush towards the sidewall, just like this, and then clean the brush off. If you don't clean your brush off, the colors will mix together too much. Then I'll come back in, and right next to where I already swiped, I'm going to swipe again down towards the sidewall, clean my brush, come back and move over some and do it again, clean my brush. And you're just going to work your way around the nail, moving towards the sidewall and down toward the free edge. Once you've gone completely around the nail, you want to look over it and make sure you don't have any really bad black spots showing through. Make sure everything's feathered together really nicely. Down here on my free edge, I have some black pool showing through too much, so I'm just going to come back in and feather over that till that Hotchki to Totchki is covering that entire free edge. And if you feel like you have any areas that you want feathered out more or thinned down, you can come back through your nail and just gently swipe over it until it all looks nice and feathered and just how you like it. When you're doing this on a client, you want to really come in here and check the sidewall and make sure it's nice and feathered together. sometimes on a client it can be difficult to get into that area. And then before I cure this, I'm going to take a C&D gel brush, clean it off on this gel brush I use only for shellac. I'm going to clean it on my pad, and then I'm going to come in here and detail this half moon area of black pool so that it is nice and defined, and I have a very crisp black eye at the base of my nail. When doing this on a client, you want to go ahead and feather your nail out before you move on to the next one. If you try to do all 5 bands and then come back and feather, it can be a little bit harder to get it to feather together. So I would do this completely before I move on to the next nail. Then once I have all the nails done, we're going to put this in our C&D lamp and cure for 2 minutes. Then we'll top coat it, cure it for 2 minutes, and you have your finished product, which will look something like this. You'll have some variance from nail to nail, and that's okay because it makes them all look a little unique. So that is my peacock inspired nail art using shellac.